Hello all, welcome back to my channel. We are back with another podcast style video. Since you guys liked my first one so much, I was really happy about that. We're here with another one, and I have a lot on my mind with this topic since you guys have read the title already, and I really hope that I can get all of my thoughts out correctly and in a coherent fashion so that you guys can understand what I'm trying to say. So grab a snack, whether you're chilling, whether you're cleaning, whether you're driving, whatever you're doing, sit back and watch or sit back and listen and enjoy as we dive into this topic of the beauty industry and our insecurities, y'all. So it is not new, and it is known now across the board when it comes to fashion, makeup, hair, lifestyle, fitness, just about everything. A lot of the industry under the beauty umbrella, they profit off of our insecurities. One thing I always say, if a company can perpetually convince you that something is wrong with you, whether it's your body, your hair, how you look, your face, your skin, whatever it is, if they can convince you that something is inherently wrong with you, they can profit off of you. If they can convince you that something's wrong with you and they have the fix to what's wrong with you, they have you hooked, line, and sinker. And that is what has been happening. I mean, you can look at any industry, the fitness industry. You have this body shape, you have this body type, something's wrong with you, we gotta fix it. Do this fitness plan, take this diet plan, take this pill, go to this doctor. You know what I'm saying? Makeup, same thing. We got the hooded eyes, people with hooded eyes, it was an issue. Now it's the fox eye, and it's kind of profiting off of people that are minorities. That's another video for another time, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Certain ethnic features being prioritized as beautiful over the other, and then when the trend dies, they go to something else. So the beauty industry is all about moving that finish line marker. So as soon as you think that you've gotten to top tier beauty, they move the marker. And actually, no, now you need to look like this to be beautiful. So you're constantly on that hamster wheel, you're constantly on that treadmill trying to chase that impossible, that imaginary finish line of beauty. And this is how they profit off of us. So I want to get into that with hair in particular. And this topic really came to mind off of something real small that us naturals really pay attention to and really hone in on. And that is definition. We love defined hair. It's gotta be defined, but it also has to be voluminous, but it also has to be shiny, but it also has to be long, but it also, you know what I'm saying? It's these strict criteria we have put on our hair. When our hair, black hair, curly hair, textured hair is one of the most unique hair textures on this planet. And we're trying to fit it into one single box that, I hate to say it, natural hair brands have tried to convince us is the status quo when it comes to curls. So you can be natural, but you can't be natural like that. Yeah, wear your curls, but not like that. It's gotta be like this. So I say that to say, y'all, I'm sorry, I'm getting excited because this topic is so, it's like a rabbit hole of deepness. And it's so good. I'm so happy to be sharing this with you all today. Okay, anyways, back to what I'm talking about. So this came to me with frizz. We all get frizzy hair, especially if it's really close to wash day time. Let it get to day like 5, 6, 7. I wash my hair once a week, but let it get to day 5, 6, or 7, and you'll start to see some frizz start to pop up a little bit. And a lot of these natural hair brands have convinced us that, oh my gosh, frizz is bad. Frizz is bad. We can't see any frizz. It's got to be completely defined curls at all times or your hair is what? Damaged. And I have been doing a little research on the good old Google on what actually causes frizz. Is it damaged? Is our hair damaged? Is frizz a result of damage over time? And are these hair brands really trying to help us combat that frizz? Or are they trying to perpetuate definition on us, which is an impossible standard? ? So there are actually a lot of different causes of frizz. Frizz can be caused from humidity in the air, because our hair is naturally drier. So if your hair is lacking a little bit of moisture, especially if it's towards the end of your wash week, it's going to expand. It's going to search out moisture from the environment. So if it's humid, guess what your hair is going to do? Your hair is going to puff up and try to soak up the moisture around you. It happens sometimes. It just means that your hair is looking for moisture. Not that your hair is damaged, not that something's wrong with it per se. And again, most of us with curly hair, our hair is just naturally frizzy as it is, which brings another question for the natural hair brands that are out here trying to enforce definition. How are you going to sell a product to an audience, to a person that naturally has frizzy, non-defined hair? How are you going to sell a dream of ultra defined hair to an individual whose hair does not naturally do that? How are we as natural women, men and women, I don't know who's listening to me, but men and women, people, natural people, how are we falling into this hamster wheel trap of trying to bully, beat, brush, detangle, manipulate our hair into something that it's not? And how did we get here? I'm not posting this video and I'm not speaking to say that I have all the answers and I have the answer of how we can completely fix this. I am just speaking and posting this video to bring awareness and to start a conversation, because I just find this very interesting. And I also find it interesting that not that many people are talking about it. How are we falling into this trap, into this pipe dream of trying to make our hair do something that it may or may not? Some people do have a little bit more defined hair than others, but I guarantee you, if all of us right now wash our hair with shampoo, brush it, detangle it, and don't put anything else in it and let it dry, guess what it's gonna do? It's gonna poof up. You may see a few curls, defined curls, but guess what the rest of our hair is going to do? It's going to frizz. It's going to poof up, because that's what our hair does naturally. Why? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Let's chat. Let's talk in the comments. I'm being very serious, because it has really blown my mind what it has been happening to us. And I mean, it happens again in all other avenues under the beauty umbrella, but we don't talk about it when it comes to natural hair. We talk about it when it comes to fashion, when it comes to Photoshop on Instagram, and everybody's trying to have that ideal body, and everybody's trying to have that ideal makeup look and everything else. But we don't talk about it here in the natural hair community like we really should be, because in reality, all of these natural hair brands are trying to sell us the same thing. And it's something that our hair does not naturally do. I brought this up a little bit. I hinted at it in a video I made about things I'm changing in 2023. Because when I first went natural in 2016, I was convinced that I needed to deep condition my hair once a week. I mean, and my hair looked great. I think it looked great. It was defined literally all the time, because I was bullying my curls and bullying my hair into doing something that it didn't always want to do. Yes, some of my curls are defined by nature, but some of them just want to be free. Just want to be a little frizzy sometimes. But I viewed, because of what these lines, what these commercials, and I dare say what some of the YouTubers I watched at the time were telling me was wrong with my hair. So yes, deep condition once a week, because we don't want to see frizz. Frizz is a no-no. Frizz is damage. Frizz is bad. Frizz, boo, 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 you know? And that's not right. And I was spending so much of my coin on deep conditioners. And that is what is essentially happening. If they can sell you this product and convince you and lie to you, lie is a strong word, but they can convince you and try to trick you into thinking this product is going to solve all of your hair problems and your hair is going to be defined in 100% what you want it to be, then they are making money. And then if that line doesn't work for you, okay, well, this line is targeted toward this specific group of curly hair, natural hair people. So I'm going to come out with another line for this specific curly hair group. Oh, you're not in that group? We're going to make another line just for you. And what you end up doing is cherry picking out of all these different collections, trying to find the unicorn product that's going to work for you completely, that's going to solve all of your hair problems. And you end up spending so much of your coin. And I was spending so much of my coin on deep conditioners because I was fighting something that my hair just naturally did. I was fighting my texture, essentially. And that is what a lot of us are doing. And that is why a lot of these companies are profiting off of us, because we're fighting our texture. If we could just accept our hair for what it is and stop fighting it all the time, we wouldn't be spending so much money, we wouldn't be spending so much time, and we would not be so frustrated. I'm gonna let that sit for a second. But it's true. It is so true. And I'm so passionate about this topic because it's so important to me that we wake up. And I might sound like one of those crazy people that you hear in the barbershop. They're like, wake up, brother. We have to rise above, or whatever the case is. But it's serious to me because we're being bamboozled and we don't even know. Do you know how many videos I've watched? And I'm not going to call anybody out because you can look them up and find the videos yourself. But I've seen a few videos exposing some curly hair brands where literally a girl was talking about how she went into a shoot to be a curly hair model. And do you know what they did? They did her hair. And because some of her hair was frizzy, because again, curls naturally frizz sometimes, they took a curling wand and curled some of her ends to give it that quote unquote perfect curl look. And then had her take pictures and film as if she had her curls based off of the product and the product alone. That was from one curl brand. I'm not calling names. I'm not saying who it was or what the curl brand was, because she didn't say who the curl brand was either. But if that was from one, can you imagine how many others are doing that? And I'm not saying that to say you can't trust any natural hair brands at all, but I'm saying that because we have to be critical thinkers. Us in this consumer age we're in, a lot of us don't critically think anymore. We just consume information, accept it for what it is, and don't question things and really think about things. We have to critically think about what we're consuming and what's being fed to us. You choose whether you can swallow the information or not. But we really have to think about this. And I hope this video might have opened your eyes or started the process in your mind of thinking about things, and you can do your own research and really discover and decide, what you want to do, who you want to be, how you want to do things on your own. But I hope that what I discussed and what I said kind of was an eye-opener for you. Whether you're doing it with your hair, whether you're doing it with makeup, whether you're doing it with fitness, with fashion, whatever is trying to keep you in a box, whatever you're trying to fit the status quo with, I hope that you take the time to really reevaluate how these companies, how social media, how all these different outlets are really trying to convince you to conform and turn into something that you're not, regardless of what category it's in under the beauty industry, because it's real and it's happening. It's been happening for a long time. Some people talk about it. There are documentaries on things like this happening, but it is still progressively happening, especially now that we're in social media. You have so many different platforms where this is perpetually happening, and we have to stop the cycle. And it can stop with you, because there are people under us. There's always a new generation coming up behind you. When is it going to stop? When are you going to put a stop to it? It can stop right now. It can stop with you. It can stop after you watch this video and do your own research. Just think about it. Just get your mind going. Think about it. Do some research and reflect. That's all I'm trying to say. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope this was really thought-provoking for you. I hope that you got something out of it. I hope that you can add to the discussion in the comments if you really enjoyed what I had to say and you have something I didn't say or an idea I didn't say. Go ahead and comment it down below and let's chat, let's talk. Let's really, really talk about this, you guys. As I've always stated, If you like this style of video, if you like my videos at all, please leave a like so that I know you guys enjoy the video. And if you have not subscribed and you like my content, don't forget to subscribe as well before you head on your way. If you like what you heard, if you like what you saw today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for listening. And I will see you all in whatever video comes next. Peace and love. Bye, y'all.